We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area on 42 vision from yesterday to today, from around 382 all the way up to 393. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator at 12:30 p.m. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, and our newly released flow bot sent out a bearish flow just a few minutes after at 1 p.m. and pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY going all the way up to 393, a key resistance level that we talked about in yesterday's video, and coming all the way back down to where things open and found support here in the second half of the day going into the after hours. Now, we're going to talk about the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators, but before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bull indicator at 7:05 a.m. And from that moment forward, full strength there on 42 vision into the bell. And after the bell, inflows were above the midpoint and call options went up 150% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, the link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY doing a full transition, as I stated earlier in the video, from the dip area to the rip area after falling from the rip area up here at around 400 and having multiple days of dip areas, guys. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the rips from the dips to the rips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bull indicator since yesterday at around 384 and 385 area, and the inflows picked up here towards the first half of the day, and in the second half things pulled downwards, and I had stated I was going to watch if it could hold support at 385 and pull itself up and break through 390, and then came 393, 395 area. But here we have some volatility picking up in the second half of the day, to the point that a bear indicator has popped up here at 389 and outflows slightly crossed over, but now they're back over and the stock is up at 391 in the after hours. We really need to talk about what's going on here within this volatility on larger time frames as well, and zoom into the volatility on the 15-minute. But this right now is very important. If there's a rejection on the way up to 393 or slightly above that, or will this break out and cancel this bear indicator, turning out a fake out, getting these inflows to continue going higher, and getting a bull indicator in the process, right? So the first thing we need to look at apart from the 30-minute is the 1 hour, right? I've talked about how important the 1 hour was. It needed to get a bull indicator, and it would be the first bull indicator we would see in several days and weeks, right? Since way up here at 404, 405 area, there's been a bear indicator, and outflows have dominated since that point, leading up to the lows here of 382. And you could see it right there, those outflows dominating all those days. This is the first day that inflows cross over on the 1 hour chart for the SPY. And then also on top of that, the bull indicator popping up, guys. This is crucial. As we see it right now, a bull indicator popped up at 387. We do not want to ignore that. And on top of that, we also have support that was built right around that area in the second half of the day, going into the after hours. And even though slight outflows began, inflows are slightly above here, the midpoint. That's going to be crucial to stay above and not go lower. And if it could stay above it, the 1 hour may have more weight over the chart, and the 30-minute might just be volatility here within the live action. Now, when we go ahead and look at this on the 15-minute, we could see here a bear indicator popped up around 391 and outflows cross in the middle of the day, and things pulled all the way down to 387, and inflows cross back over here, and it's under a bull indicator here again at 388. Now, today's CPI data, the year-over-year core CPI came in a little bit harder than expected, but everything else came in line, right? So the markets are pretty excited, and it's going to be crucial to watch here how they react going into the next Fed meeting that's coming out next week when Jay Powell speaks about what the rate decision is and what they're going to do. And in the meantime, the market's going to be pretty volatile, trying to price in these possible moves and what they expect the Fed to do, specifically Jay Powell, after this data that came out. And right now, we're seeing some euphoria and some staircase effect here forming on the 30-minute, and we have a bull indicator on the 1 hour and on the 15-minute within the volatility. And this just might be, this bear indicator, a fake out. But we need to see some key levels here, because if there's a rejection tomorrow around 393, 394, or slightly above that, and it comes right back down and no bull indicator pops up on the 30-minute, and these outflows cross to the downside, this may be dominating over the chart. So what are the key levels I'm going to be watching going into tomorrow? Well, the first thing is here 388, guys. 387 mark. That is the first support there. If that gets broken through, I'm going to watch if these outflows start to pull downwards here, not just on the 30-minute, but also here on the 15-minute as it's trying to cross over and under a bull indicator, and that's where it found support today to bounce. But below that level, the next level I'm watching is 385, and then comes the 382 to 380 area where things bounced yesterday, and it's going to be crucial to see how these inflow versus outflows react, and specifically here on the 1 hour, if it starts to pull downwards and cross over as well, if a bear indicator pops up to cancel out this bull indicator. And we have done a full transition from the dip area to the rip area so far at today's highs. That's something to not ignore. Now, in the bigger picture, that's what it's showing here on the 1 hour. But on the 30-minute, the inflows are just crossing over here, and it's going to be crucial to watch if it could stay above and pull away from the midpoint, and not just here on the 30-minute, but also here on the 15-minute. And the first resistance is the high of the day, up above 393, 393.50. And if that gets broken through and starts that staircase effect and can cancel out this bear indicator here on the 30-minute and hold strong on the 15-minute and 1 hour, the next resistance above that is going to be 396 to 398 area, where that bear indicator popped up back here on Thursday, and also up here around 398 to 396 area within that volatility, right? That one bar was an area where it popped up around 398 and dropped all the way down to 396. It was fighting there, trying to bounce back up, and it continued downwards, right? When those outflows cross on the 30-minute. So I'm going to be watching these inflow versus outflows and bull and bear indicators very carefully. The CPI data right now is kind of creating euphoria. We need to see how the markets feel about this and how they're trying to price in the next few days and going into next week what the Fed might do, right? There's a lot of speculation right now of either a Fed pause or another rate hike. We shall see. But right now, these are the key levels, and there is some euphoria and strength so far from these lows of 380, and we're back up here in the 390s. Not that far from the 400 area, and that's where the bulls want to get and reach and try to break through, and the bears are trying to hold this down below it. And here in the live action, you can see these inflows trying to pick up here on the 30-minute and on the 15-minute, pulling up further away from the midpoint. That's going to be crucial, and I'm going to be watching that very carefully. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.